It's a Gundam!
Hey everybody, it's Valkerion again, and today I just wanted to do a small update about Gundam Arsenal Base. It is a card-based arcade game here in Japan, and yeah, I don't think there's much hope for this game getting an international release, because then they would have to translate the game, and then the cards, and blah blah blah, and yeah, I think that might be a bit of a tall order. So this video is a little bit of for those who are interested, for those who are Gundam fans, just kind of putting it out there into the ether, and you know, just kind of grinding away content about things I actually like. So let's do a quick overview of the game, but one of the main things I wanted to talk about is Season 2 was recently announced, so we're going to talk about Season 2 a little bit, and then maybe a game breakdown, and maybe some other thoughts and feelings on the game. But yeah, this is mostly just putting the information out there, letting people know that this game exists. Anyway, let's jump into the basic operation overview. This is a 5v5 tower-based tower defense game. Yeah, I guess that's what the best way to call it is. It is a 5v5 card-based tower defense game. It is arcade only, and it actually uses a touchscreen, which is a bit scary in the kind of still in the thick of it, Corona world, but yeah, it is a touch-based game, so you do have to touch the screen physically to move your units around, to issue commands, to activate abilities, and target, and all that good stuff. Each play is 200 yen, and it also gives one card. So how this works is you put in your 200 yen and you get to choose between playing matches or just drawing more cards if you want. If you draw additional cards, it's 100 yen each, but this can be done before playing a match, or you can forgo playing a match altogether and just draw the cards. If you play a match, you get the opportunity to draw cards after your match, even if you win or lose. And there are also EX battles in this game, which are extra battles against the CPU. If you get one of these random chance battles, you can actually put in 200 yen more for another play, which also guarantees a rare card or higher in quality. These EX battles are pretty tough, so some people just skip them, some people do them. I guess it depends on if you're just trying to strengthen your deck. But yeah, they're pretty difficult, but there is a bit of a strategy to defeating them, which I won't go into in this video, but people have found kind of a loophole in the system for EX battles. And the cards, like I said, is a card-based game. The cards are of course of various function and rarity, all of them with really awesome artwork. But anyway, that was just a basic overview. Let's jump into some information about Season 2 that was just revealed. So, Season 2 was recently revealed, as I said earlier, and it actually showed up with some pretty interesting series that they're going to be adding to the game. So Season 2 was revealed, and it's adding 8th MS Team, Gundam 00, and Gundam Zeta. These are 3 series that I actually like, so I'll probably jump into the Season 2 pretty hard. They revealed some of the rarity of the cards, and I was surprised to see units like the Easy 8 and even the main bodies of Gundam 00 seem to be all ultra rare, or what is it, ultimate rare, or perfect rare units. These are the 2 highest grade of rarity cards, and they have the best artwork usually. So I was pretty surprised to see that these units, especially the 8th MS Team units, because they're kind of grunts, that's kind of the whole theme of 8th MS Team. But it's not surprising to see 00 units as higher quality rare cards. I was just surprised to see all of them, not just the Exia. And they haven't revealed the Zeta units yet, but I think it's a pretty obvious thing that Gundam Zeta is going to be one of the rarest cards in the next season. The game balance will likely be tweaked again. I say again because they actually did several hot fixes for the game so far, and these are just small updates that they can just push out at any time basically. And yeah, they come in the form of updates, and I think they basically just reset the game whenever they like push out an update. But yeah, because the game's balance is a bit sticky at the moment, but it's fine. We might get into that a bit later. And once again, the artwork is awesome. You should be seeing a picture of the Easy 8 and maybe, I don't know, the Dynamis cards that are going to be coming out. Yeah, the artwork is once again really awesome, and I'm looking forward to hopefully getting these cards in my possession. And yeah, this time I'll probably spend some money drawing cards randomly in the machine. One of the things I did in this first season, because it's a new game, is I just drew the cards out of the machine directly every time. And it made me get some decent cards, but I don't have some of the meta cards, which I was missing, and I eventually had to go and buy them. I did that like last week, and there were only a few hundred yen at the shop, so it's like, yeah, it was definitely worth it to just go buy it. But I'm still missing the Earth 3. I guess I should just buy it before it becomes unavailable in the next season, But yeah, this time I think I'm just going to buy the cards individually at a card shop, because it seems like card shops are now accepting this game, because it didn't fall completely on its face, and the game's actually popular, so the cards are available in many places. But yeah, that is just the basic overview of Season 2. And yeah, we'll be getting 3 new series, and they haven't said how many cards are coming. The first season had something like 90 cards in it, not counting all the promotions and starter deck. But it seems like Season 2 will have less main series as Season 1 did, and in these series it seems like there's going to be common versions of cards and uncommon or rare and master rare, blah blah blah. So it remains to be seen how many different units there are and how many pilots there will be. But I'm assuming it'll be at least 50. And another thing is, we're not really sure, because they haven't said yet. Once again, I assume they'll do another video stream of what's to come in the season, what to expect, but they haven't said if Season 2's cards will completely replace Season 1's, or will they be mixed. They haven't said that yet, and they haven't said if they'll like let you choose like draw Season 2 cards or draw Season 1 cards, or if they'll be mixed. I assume it'll be Season 2 only, and I assume they will at some point mix in all these cards again together in like a further season, But yeah, my thoughts on the game after playing through Season 1 and doing some rank battles all the way up to Gold rank, which is like the mid-range, I would say. I think there's like 2 rank types above me, but I'm only Gold rank 5, so that's where I'm kind of leaving it at the moment. But anyway, some general thoughts about the game. The game is very fun and entertaining to play. Just the interactivity with the cards and the screen is really hard to resist, and of course the fun, quote-unquote fun, of drawing random cards. It is a bit expensive. It's 200 yen a play, and you're not really guaranteed anything good, but you kind of are. And I'll try to explain that in a second. So as you play the game, supposedly there's a system in place where if you keep putting in money, or as you put in money, the game's keeping track of this. So if you're not getting a rare card at the first draw, at some point as you keep drawing cards, you're basically guaranteed to get something good, or something of a rarer quality. And the game kind of supposedly keeps track of this by like tracking your player profile and noting how much money you're spending, either through like putting in money for drawing individual cards or playing matches. They obviously don't have hard details on what that entails, but supposedly it's a system in place. Other things, once again, the artwork for the cards is insane. It seems like they'll be continuing that with Season 2. I look forward to the artwork every time. The artwork is a big reason why I took notice of this game. And much to my surprise, the game was fun, and I hope to keep playing it, but maybe a bit more casually, because I spent a lot of money on Season 1. Seasons appear to be 4 months long. This is about what they said when the game was just coming out. They said they would like to do Season 2 somewhere around late April or May, and it seems like it's coming in the end of May, so it seems like they stuck to their statement, which you never know. Sometimes you gotta push stuff back, so it's good that they'll keep up with it. Once again, 8th MS team is coming. I love 8th MS team. Can't wait. But yeah, the game is a bit expensive, but fun. Since I'm a fan of Gundam and the series that are coming out in Season 2, I'll keep messing with it. Like I said, I'm not going to spend nearly as much money on Season 2 as I did for Season 1. I'm just going to buy the cards flat out from the shop, or look for people to trade with. Yeah, Season 1, I don't even want to look up how much money I spent. You can kind of do the clown math and figure it out by looking about like how many matches played, counting how many cards you have, stuff like that, but I'm not going to do that. And the game seems popular, which is good, because if the game is popular, it means that the game will continue, and kind of your investment for the cards isn't completely wasted, so. But yeah, Season 2 is coming. I hope to play some more. If these videos about Arsenal Base get any traction, I might try to put up some more match videos. I know some people have gotten permission to do like direct streams from the arcade cabinet. I don't know if any of the arcades around me will let me do it. I'll try. I'll try asking and see if any of them let me do it, but yeah, we'll see. So yeah, for this next part, I just wanted to do a quick overview of what the game plays like. The main objective is to cross the field and destroy the enemy base. There is your base on your side of the screen, which is the bottom, and the enemy at the top. There are 2 towers on the field, 2 on each side, left and right. 2 of these towers are yours, and 2 of the towers are theirs. The main objective is to destroy the towers, which can further you doing damage to destroy the base. If you destroy the towers, the bases take more damage. If there's a tower left, it takes a bit less damage. So it's one of the main objectives, destroying the towers. It's similar to a MOBA style lane system, just without the minion waves. Yeah, you put your units out and they kind of do their own thing. They move across the field, they destroy targets, and eventually move on to destroy the base. Obviously, it's not that simple because the enemy will be deploying units to hinder your progress as well. And on the combat and card breakdown, let's just do it really quickly. Each unit is made up of a mobile suit and a pilot. These can be mixed and matched as you desire, but there are benefits to certain pairings. Abilities and stat buffs can be gained with desirable pairs. Also, I should mention that units and mobile suits actually level up in-game. So the more you use a unit, the more experience it gains and the more buffs it gets. Things like HP buffs and attack buffs and mobility and so on. It's a pretty interesting little side part of the game. It really does make a difference at higher level play, and you can kind of power level them a bit by using the CPU battles, by like, for example, using, let's say, Setsuna. If you have like 3 Setsuna cards of different quality, you can just play them all at the same time in a CPU battle, and Setsuna will get 3 times XP. Can't do that in a ranked match though, you can only use 1 Setsuna. So that's a pretty interesting little meta game going on behind the scenes. Some pairings of cards are particularly powerful, like the Char Earth 3 combination. It is considered the top pairing in the game at the moment. It is the best pairing in the game so far. It is the most powerful, it's the fastest, it's the most ridiculous. Every team has it. If you don't have it, the recommendation is to go out to a card shop or go online and buy the Earth 3 Char combo. Thankfully, Char is a very cheap card, but the Earth 3 is the most expensive card in the Season 1 metagame at the moment. And special attacks require pressing a big physical button on the side of the arcade cabinet, which is really fun to do. These move at different paces depending on what unit you're using. Some of them are really fast, some of them are a little bit slower. But yeah, you press the button, and if you press it with perfect timing, it does like 30% more damage. But if you activate that attack, the opponent gets to defend, and if they press the button with perfect timing, it gets a 30% reduction. So it kind of balances out, and it's not too hard to get the timing down. So, and on the cards, there are 3 types of cards. There are red cards, which are, I guess, what would translate to Annihilation. These are cards that will literally just attack enemy mobile suits with priority. They will go for enemy mobile suits first, and then attack bases if there's one nearby or there's not a mobile suit unit in its lane. And when I say they will attack them with priority, they will, if they're at the top of the field, they will go all the way down to the bottom just to attack somebody. Then there are suppression units. These are blue. These are the units that will attack bases with priority. They will not attack enemy units, but they will attack bases and eventually the enemy's main base. They will make a beeline, they will ignore everything around them, just attack the bases. These are... they tend to be pretty defense heavy-ish, kind of. You just kind of send them out there to destroy the bases as quickly as possible. Because annihilation units can destroy bases, but they don't do extra damage to them, so they're not really great for that. And lastly, there's the third unit, which is defense. These are green. They will stay near your bases and attack whatever approaches them. So because there's two lanes, you can actually get defense units to change lane. They're the only units that can do it directly on command. You swipe right on them, and they will change lanes for the cost of 3 points. It's pretty good that they can do this. You usually only have one. There is a bit of a meta going on now where people have two. But yeah, these defense units are great. They reduce damage done to enemy bases that they're near, or your bases, not enemy bases, so on and so forth. They're pretty much required, or else you'll get run through pretty quickly for not having one. And I should mention that each unit pairing has a particular cost. There's a cost meter that goes up every, I think it's 2 seconds or maybe 2.5 seconds is the timing. You get 1 point for every 2.5 seconds. And I believe the match starts with 15 points. And then it just goes up from there. And as you deploy units, these units have a cost associated to them. And the cost is whatever the cost of the mobile suit and the pilot is combined. So for example, I think the Char 3 is like a cost unit of 9, which is very cheap for that thing, or maybe it's 11, I don't know. But yeah, you kind of have to manage that cost, and there's also commander abilities. These are special abilities that you get to activate once per battle, and once you get to rank 10 or player level 10, you get 2 of these abilities instead of just 1. These are things like reduced enemy long-range damage, give a mobility buff, give a small heal, so on and so forth. There's only a handful of these, and there will be more coming in the future. But outside doing ranked matches, there are some other things that you can do. There are a decent amount of CPU battles that have special rewards that come at limited times. For example, we've been able to get things like a Xeon Soldier uniform, a Federation uniform, a Galahorn uniform, so on and so forth. These are they're pretty easy, and you kind of have to do multiple battles to get enough points to get your costume for your little NPC profile or whatever. But they're a decent reward, and they're a good warm-up before playing ranked matches, so I like doing them occasionally. There are some pretty interesting strats in the game, but basically the game has settled into these are the best cards, use these cards. Try to outplay the person at this point now. It's a bit disappointing because there are something like 90 plus cards in the game, but it's very obviously circling around a very particular set of cards with some very small variance in that. But like I said, there is some meta game here, and I have seen some interesting things with people putting like a defense GM, like a very common, very weak card, but using a GM to do it, and with some pretty good results too, surprisingly. And there are also some balance issues. Like I said, it's very centered around a very particular set of cards at the moment, but they are trying to address things in certain hotfixes, because you can't fix everything because it is a physical card game with physical stats and details printed onto it, so you can't change things too much, but you can kind of change how they operate within the game, and that's what they've been trying to do with hotfixes. One of the big ones was kind of addressing hit stun for long-range units. Long-range units would just like shoot something and there would be a ton of hit stun, so melee units cannot catch up. So it was basically just shoot, back up, shoot, back up, shoot, back up, and they couldn't catch them. Unless they put themselves into a corner, which actually happens. But they've tried to address it. They've reduced hit stun animation for long-range attacks. They've also in-game they've buffed mobility, like how much what kind of speed they're actually moving at. And these are changes that kind of worked, sort of, but there's still problems. They're still not great. And yeah, the Char 3 still just like outranges and outmaneuvers everything, and even the fastest unit in the game at the moment, the Chimeras, can't catch it, which is really funny, but also really sad, because Chimeras is a perfect rare card, which is like the second rarest variety, and that card sucks, as well as Galio. They both suck. So hopefully it's something they can address in the future, or because at the moment mobility and melee are not great for anything other than base attacking, and even then there's some long range units that are good at base attacking too, so we'll see how it shakes out. But yeah, that is it for this video. Gundam Arsenal Base is a fun arcade-based card game if you get the chance, if you're in Japan, because we'll be opening up soon. So if you get the chance and you're curious and you just want to try out the game, you can actually just put in 200 yen, you'll get a card, and you can actually play matches without any cards of your own. The game will assign you some cards randomly, and you'll just be able to mess around with them. Obviously won't give them to you physically, but in-game. But yeah, it's a fun time. If you're curious, or if you're a Gundam fan, it's worth checking out and playing a match or two and saying, like, having that moment of, oh, this is pretty interesting, or oh, this is not fun for me. But yeah, Japan should be opening up soon, and I don't think this game will be coming out anywhere else. So it could be, if you get a chance to come visit Japan, because I know a lot of people want to, could be a fun game to check out and have an experience with. But anyway, that's all about this video. I just wanted to talk about Gundam Arsenal Base because I'm personally enjoying it. I don't know if there are any other English speakers playing Arsenal Base. I haven't seen them on Twitter, but I have connected with a lot of people in the Arsenal Base fan base from here in Japan, the Japanese players, and they all seem pretty nice. So yeah, that's all for now. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you again. Please like, follow, sub, if you feel necessary, please. Thank you. And I hope to see you again next time, and I hope you have a good day or the rest of your evening.
It's a Gundam!